The women's Euros have been fantastic.
Dare I say lit?
Lit is a great word. Okay, so Switzerland are hosting. They've been lovely. It's been awesome to see the supporters and all the fans and stuff like that. We got to talk about these quarterfinals because there were two specific games that were unreal. Well, let's start with France and Germany, because
if I would have told you that France are up a player and somehow
for 80 minutes
for the majority of the game,
you know,
and somehow don't win, you'd be like, you're lying to me. This is France we're talking about.
It's remarkable. I mean, I wouldn't go up to embarrassment, but
this feels like a turning point though for the women's program, right? Like if this were Italy on the men's side or something else, people would resign. You know what I mean?
Sure.
This feels like something where like, yo, they got one body got to roll, one head got to roll.
Sure.
Because of this. Because this is. It feels it's on the cusp of being embarrassing.
If it was a different team, maybe I would feel a different way. But Germany are that good, where even
Germany
if they're down,
are that good, but to be down a player for an 80 minutes is crazy.
And it's not to say France had goals. They did score goals to win the game.
But the sideline judge is a hater, dude.
Okay, raising that flag all day. My arm is hurting from calling offside all day.
Take a break for a minute, bro.
But the camera and then the semi-automated offside.
What's it? Cascario, right?
Cascarino.
Cascarino. I mean her
was it her toe
Oh.
was ahead of the ball, and it feels like one of those things where we say like, oh, this isn't what offside is about.
Although this one's different because visually I'm like, oh, she's offside. But when you see it, you're like,
yeah, she's not even crazy. It's not even by that much,
bro. If her foot was half a size smaller, that goal would
exactly. That's what we need. Smaller feet.
Give me some. We need to bind feet like they used to do back in the day. That's the only way we're gonna get around this.
Because they're not gonna change the offside rule.
Yo, find me someone with hooves. That's how we gonna win, dog.
We gotta mangle our feet.
Yo, I need pig's feet out there.
It's not just high heels anymore, ladies. We gotta ruin our feet. We're buying. You want to be a good footballer?
Yeah. Give me old cankle. Give me cankle, no toes. That's the only way we gonna win, dog.
That's good. An interesting approach, but you
gotta think bigger than the machines. You feel me?
Cascarino would have said, "I wish I could have lost the toe. Why wasn't I diabetic,
dog? If you would have had diabetes."
Diabetes. Anyway, diabetes is a town in Spain.
Yeah. If we would have had diabetes, they wouldn't have beat us. Is all I'm saying. Make the shirt.
Make the shirt. So, no, but a wild game in the fact that
I just got diabetes. Diabetes.
Okay, look at that. We'll get there. But the fact that France couldn't finish this game out and credit to Germany. I mean, the defending and not even just defending, but maintaining possession, still creating chances for yourself. Like they really
also dead balls. You know that's how they're going to try to get back in the game.
Yeah.
And France kept giving it to them.
Exactly. And then look, they had the opportunity. The penalty that they were awarded. Karchawi fouls. I forgot what player. But fouls a German player. And
I thought that was Bacha.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Bacha was the player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she celebrated very hard after the save was made.
She took her own goalkeeper out, bro.
She violently attacked as a thank you.
NFL quarterback, NFL tackle.
And so it felt like, that was going to be it for Germany.
Yeah.
But I think that penalty was kind of a foreshadowing of what we were going to see in penalties, because the game ended up going to penalties. And this was one of the worst ever sets of penalties I think we've ever seen.
I was like, at one point, I was like, are they wearing blindfolds?
Well, no, and not bad out of the
skill level was bad.
No, it
was just a lot of misses and saves.
I think it was bad in the sense that I think both teams were not confident, and you saw that with the soft penalties that they were taking. They were guiding. They were trying to guide the penalties in.
Two of them at least were passes, not even shots.
Yeah, and you could see the German players you could see the training in the penalties. It was bang. They banged like 3 or 4 in the top right corner. Nobody saving
German training's
it.
like, hit it as hard as you possibly can. They can't stop that, baby.
Right.
France was trying to pinpoint spots.
Exactly. So, and there were a couple penalties that were just like, hey, dog, you're not believing in yourself right now. Like you can't come up here if you don't believe in yourself, right?
Yeah, man.
And so these way too soft shots that the keepers were predicting too easily, and this is on both, for both countries. But at the end of the day, Ann-Katrin Berger, the Gotham FC goalkeeper, had one of the games of her career because
and she had some wild moments in there, but she stood on her head for most of it.
Yes, and then the potential own goal, the center back. It might have been I forgot who it was. I don't even know if it was the center back, Knock or Cat. I don't remember which one. One of the defenders, but they are trying to clear the ball. The ball's too high, clears it backwards. It's going into the goal, and Ann-Katrin Berger, one of the most iconic. It is similar. We were in Toronto for Stephen Fry's save against Josie Altidore.
I forget who against who, but Ramsdale, when he was on Arsenal, had that one save where they were like, "Oh, it's a highlight goalkeeper. He's just doing. You didn't need to do all that, but literally, you're parallel to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You look like you're floating. You look like you're asleep on air in order to make that stop."
The photos of the save are incredible because the leap that Berger takes is phenomenal, and she has to. She's essentially walking forward and has to run back. Just an awesome moment. She crashed on the ground pretty hard. It looked like she might have hurt her shoulder. She had to stay on the ground for a little bit as well. But she had just one of the games of this tournament, especially after not really having a great group stage. She made a couple mistakes and just really turned things around. And it's starting to feel like Germany could go on and win this whole thing. And then
it's hard to suggest that they won't. If you're down a player and you're still pretty good for 80 minutes and you end up winning, I could see you having at least momentum.
It's going to be hard. Obviously, they play Spain next. But
let's talk about England, Sweden.
Dude,
this was another one that I was shocked even went to penalties.
Sure.
England, I think for most part, they're the name that I feel like a lot of pundits and whatnot have listed as their favorite.
Well, they were champions.
Yeah, champions. But this seems like the team. I'm not finding them putting it together for a full 90.
No. They
the first half of this game is ridiculous. And we have to talk about, the abuse that's being.
Yeah, Jess Carter, obviously, Gotham FC defender. Gotham FC put out a statement. The Lionesses put out a statement.
She's removed herself from social media in light of all of the racial attacks.
Yeah, because
which is ridiculous. Do not do that.
Yeah.
If you listen to this podcast and you do that, immediately stop.
I'd be shocked if you did. Yeah. That'd be pretty crazy.
Unless you listen, which that is also a thing.
But we will talk about that in a moment. She was being racially abused for the errors that she made in the game against Sweden. And credit to Sweden because they took advantage of those mistakes. There were
who's watching women's soccer that's also a racist. It just seems like such an odd pairing.
That is an interesting, look.
I don't think those two circles, overlap in the Venn diagram. I didn't think so.
My guess is...
How are you racist and not misogynist?
So,
you know what I mean?
This is my theory, is that social media is also a bit of a wasteland, right? And we know that there's terrible people, but there's also terrible, discourse that is not real people. We know this for sure. There's no way.
Oh, it's all Russian bots.
It's all Russian bots or whatever. And people that try to influence the culture in some way, even if it's negative. So it's throw in a little bit of racism and they get them mad at each other.
Let's get this conversation going,
So I think it's some of that. It's obviously not okay and it's difficult to ignore as well. So it shouldn't happen, but it's a difficult thing in trying to stop it from happening because I don't think it's real people.
Yeah,
that's kind of the main thing.
The other argument too could also be that it's also people who were gambling on the game that don't normally watch it.
That's also a possibility. Yeah. Right. So
this is your fault. You're not paying your rent this month. It ain't.
There was a game at Audi Field. Did you see? It was Canada. I think it was Canada-US. And the player, a Canadian player, I don't remember who, was kind of chirping at someone in the crowd, another like two women, and the woman in the crowd was don't stop paying attention to me. You're losing. Go pay attention to the game. And some people were like, hey, you shouldn't be yelling at the players. And then some people were like, nah, bro, that's sports.
Good advice.
Yeah,
that's actually good advice.
Like, she didn't say anything crazy.
Yeah.
She was just being like, yo,
hey, yo, get your head in the game, bro.
I think she was mad because there was like a hard foul on like Rose Lavelle or something like that. So she was like, I'm defending my player. Like she was like,
I'm doing my job. You do yours.
So there's a right way to do it, and obviously online racial abuse for any athlete is absurd.
It's ridiculous.
We don't need to say that.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows sort of where we stand.
I think the Cooligans.
If we change our mind, if we change somebody's mind, I'd be like, wow, I can't believe you lit. I can't believe you're here.
Thank you for being toxic and open to new shows.
But England give up 2 early goals. And it's Jess Carter is involved in both of them. I mean, it's a poor mistakes. I mean, even the goalkeeper Hampton had a little bit of what could have been a really bad like howler.
She had a terrible touch, which caused one of them. But you could say maybe the pass that wasn't great from Jess Carter. Whose fault is it? Maybe both of theirs in that situation.
Clearly, giving up a goal that early. It shocks your confidence, and England obviously have a lot. They're the previous winners. The pressure is on them.
Mm-hmm.
But the comeback, and I think the big difference here when Chloe Kelly came into this game, it changed the whole dynamic.
There's a certain confidence she plays with, which is crazy. Speaking of, Lauren James is playing a completely different sport than everyone around her.
Lauren James, I mean, she's fantastic.
She's like bored of how good she is.
When she's not stepping on Nigerian players, she's just
those little things.
She's doing
if
great.
We can work on that part of your game. But there's one play where she turns the defender right on the first touch, nutmegs the next person, has the laziest run in like a positive way because it was fast enough. It was the perfect run, but it seemed like she was like,
but she got the ball back.
But she was like, I gotta cook another defender. Like she's like, I do this all day. Like she's over it.
She got the ball back and she sent in a fantastic cross,
which
just went wide. Just went wide. Yeah. And again, so Hemp gets subbed off in the 78th minute, and Chloe Kelly comes in. And it's like, I'm gonna take over. And that's she gets both assists, I believe, on the goals, if I'm not mistaken. But this is no, she didn't get an assist because it bounced around, but she sent in the ball.
Yeah.
But Chloe Kelly in the first one sends in a fantastic ball to Lucy Bronze. The second one nutmegs the defender, sits her on the ground, and then sends in the ball that Ajimang ends up scoring the goal. And then her penalty.
Yeah.
As well. It's just
she's an exceptional player. England is stacked.
But it's funny how her time at Man City, like she couldn't get any minutes. No one ever explained why she didn't get any minutes. She goes on loan to Arsenal, wins Champions League, right?
Baller, yeah.
And so I don't know where the sort of disconnect is, and it may be something with Man City in general because you think about Rose Lavelle, her time there couldn't get on the pitch, and it's like it's goddamn Rose Lavelle. Why are you not seeing that we've all already seen
that the World Cup has seen?
Exactly. I know she had some injuries and stuff like that. Sam Mewes was there as well. It didn't really pan out too well either. Maybe that could have also been injuries.
And it's funny too because you could say like a lot of times Americans aren't like the techiest player. Rose Lavelle is.
Sure.
She belongs in the European game. Whatever that
can't
means.
Comprehend what the issue is with Chloe Kelly because she's...
Well, as an Arsenal fan, thank you.
So, and then the penalties as well. England end up winning. And
what a shame, by the way, the girl who missed for Smilla Holmberg, 18 years old. Oh, that's got to break your heart to be the one who misses at 18. But so she plays for Hammarby. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, part owner of Hammarby, sent her a message to try to, give her some confidence after that to try to put her in the right place. Because as soon as she misses, she puts her head in her hands. You got to feel terrible for a young lady like that. But what a wonderful game for England. And now, I mean, still, if you could they basically gifted the 2 goals to Sweden and still found a way to come back and win. That to me, that puts you in line to be, for me, you're my favorite.
England winning that game, I think, because I think they're on the better side of the bracket. They play Italy. Italy won against Norway, which was I think a big shock. It just shows there's a little bit of like being sort of impressed of like where the teams are, like year over year, year after year, World Cup after World Cup, and Italy has you've seen the women's league has way more investment.
Right.
Where it seems almost feels like a little bit more excitement on the women's side than the men's side.
Of course. Well, that
for the national team.
This goes show if you invest and you care about it and you promote it forward, it will get better. And
yeah,
that's exactly what the women's team is doing.
Yeah, Cristiana Girelli is scored the game winner against Norway late in the game, and she seems to be the biggest threat, but seems like that is really the main threat. So England. This has to be the opportunity. Like you can get to the final.
You can get to the final here
through Italy.
Germany's going to be playing Spain.
Yeah.
Spain being an absolute powerhouse. You know what I mean? I'm going to be impressed. After what Germany just did, being able to defensively hold back France, going up against the powerhouse of Spain. Who's coming in with the most momentum? That I'm going to be impressed to watch this game.
Yeah, Spain are kind of we all expected them to be here.
Yeah.
But Germany, if they could, I mean, they'll.
If you can do it against France, down a player, what can you do with your host squad?
The red on their center back is not ideal, so she's going to be missing the game. But yeah, I mean, this is their final. They have to treat it. I mean, Spain are absolutely no joke.
Do not pull anybody's hair.
That was, but we didn't even talk. Did we even talk about that? No, I don't think we did. What a ridiculous red card.
Yeah,
I mean, there was part of it when you're watching it, kind of like in normal speed. You're like. She didn't pull that
It seemed like she was trying to grab the kit in full speed, but when you watch it in slow-mo, you're like, oh no, she
grabbed and pulled a little bit, and I love the I forgot her name, but her response.
Hendrick.
No, Hendrick pulled her hair, but the girl that got her hair.
She turned around, she's like, what's up? Why you pull my hair though?
It was one of those like, you ain't gonna be here very long. Like, why are you doing that?
You can't do that. There's cameras. Because
we saw it when we went to the no, did we see were we at this game? Chelsea Real Madrid?
No.
We weren't at the game, but they played each other, right? That was who was it? That pulled Cucurella's hair. So one of the Real Madrid players and got sent off late in the game. And that one was a little bit more forced. It was he was and Cucurella was like running away or whatever. But you've seen it enough.
The NFL's like, it's part of the jersey, baby. Don't care.
Did they change the rule in the NFL or no? You can still pull the hair.
I don't know.
You might be able to. I think so. I don't think they changed it.
Tuck it in, bro.